Welcome to the Genian NAC video series. In today's video, we will demonstrate how to rapidly deploy a cloud policy server in approximately 5 minutes. Before we get started, let's cover the components involved in a typical cloud deployment. First, there is the cloud policy server. This is what we will be installing today. Then, there is typically one or more on-prem network sensors. These devices gather all information about active nodes on the network and report this information back to the cloud policy server, which maintains the database, policies, and dashboard. Here are the steps we will be following to deploy the cloud policy server. First, we will register for an account at Genians.com. Second, we will log in with the account. Third, we will create the cloud site and policy server. And fourth, we will log into the cloud policy server dashboard. Ready? Let's get started. We begin at Genians.com. Genians.com will be your one-stop shopping for everything you need to know about the Genian NAC product. You will have solution overviews for all of the various solutions available, information on the NAC product including an overview, additions and features, deployment and download information, as well as an overview of device platform intelligence. Other resources include public documentation, a Learn More section which includes blogs and success stories, a Slack community which you can sign up for, and a Q&A section, as well as the ability to find a partner. Also, company overview information and a partner portal, as well as news and events, is also available. Today, we'll be clicking the Sign In button so we can create our account. If you already have an account, feel free to log in. If you do not have an account, just click the Sign Up Now button. Fill this information to create your account that we will use. Since I already have an account created, I will go ahead and click the Sign In button, and I will use that account to log in. Once signed in, we're going to click on the Trial and Buy button. Then we will scroll down to the Cloud Managed section. We are going to select the Enterprise Edition for a 30-day free trial. This will include all the features and functionality the product has to offer. On this page, you'll actually choose a name for your site or your cloud policy server. Again, we selected the Enterprise Edition, and we get automatically 300 free licenses for 30 days. Once we click the button, what's happening behind the scenes is the Genian policy server engine is now creating a cloud-based policy server on the Genian's AWS infrastructure. Part of that process is detecting the source IP the request came from and provisioning the policy server in the appropriate AWS region and availability zone. One of the benefits of having the cloud managed system is that all software updates, backups, and redundancy are built in. This means the customer does not have to worry about any backup system on their own, redundancy for their policy server, or how to schedule and facilitate software updates. That is all automatic and included with your cloud policy server. Additionally, the licensing for a cloud policy server is strictly based on the number of active nodes on your network. This means no upfront cost to purchase a server, either virtual or physical. Also, no maintenance costs for those servers, so total cost of ownership over time is much lower. Also, the licenses can be monthly or annual subscription. You can choose. A typical cloud policy server creation will take roughly 2 to 4 minutes. Once completed, it will have the dedicated name which you chose, in this case mycompany.genians.net, and you will be provided with a URL to actually log into the Cloud Policy Server site, view the dashboard, link it to an on-prem sensor, and perform other actions. Here we see that the Cloud Policy Server creation has completed. We see information regarding the subscription ID, the URL to the Cloud Policy Server, what product in addition was purchased. Of course, there's no licenses utilized at this point. We have not linked any on-prem sensors. This is a trial, and that is the duration. You also have the ability to delete the site. To log into the site, we simply click on the URL for the site. Once logged in, we will accept the license agreement. This information is default. You can adjust your time zone, and the other information here is optional and can also be configured later. This will take you directly to the dashboard. You'll also receive a notification that your policy server in the cloud is up and running. Once you have the policy server up and running, from this point, there's 2 steps here. You can download and install an on-prem sensor image, which comes in the form of an ISO image that can be installed on physical hardware or as a VM, and also a link to the installation guide with documentation. I would highly recommend to actually view the Genians YouTube video available for rapid deployment of a virtual sensor. This will allow you in approximately another 10 minutes to deploy a virtual sensor and link it up to your cloud policy server. Of course, the information in the dashboard is all zeros at this point. We have no active nodes because we have no sensors linked to this policy server, but this concludes all the steps required to deploy a cloud policy server. Please view Genians.com for more information, or again, the Genians YouTube channel to go on to the next step to rapidly deploy an on-prem virtual sensor.